Okay, so on the deck we have a succulent garden that doesn't need a lot of water at all. You probably won't have to water that in the summer months. I'll water it maybe 2 or 3 times during the summer, so not a lot of water here at all. Over here we have the grill. So it's a very simple grill. Open the valve of the gas, and then it has a self-starter, so these guys actually start themselves. That's all you need to do, and then the guy comes on. Feel free to use it. The gas tank is pretty full. And then we go over here. There's a few more plants hanging there. They will need a lot of water. When it gets very hot, I sometimes have to water these hanging plants twice a day. You will see they get a lot of sun at a certain point. So these would have to be watered every day. The couple mini herb garden here is not too well taken care of. It's mostly now peppermint that's left. Smells good. And then we have a few more plants over here. The geraniums need water maybe every other day. And then we have a little hanging plant. I will put some nice ones in there before I leave. These are pretty much end of life. So if you would be so kind and water these plants, there's one over here that is a bit more in the shade. And then there's this hydrangea here that also needs water pretty much daily. And then if you would be so kind, we are walking here now basically on the neighbor's property, but I have been taking care of this hydrangea. It's in the ground. But when it gets very hot, and we will have a few days in the 100 Fahrenheit, so 40 degrees, it's not uncommon here in the summer, then even though this is in the ground, this gets quite droopy and you can water it a little bit as well. The water spout is here. And I'll tell you a little bit about our compost and how we use the compost for watering in a little bit. The other piece that I want to show you is the strange part. Even though we can get very warm here, the evenings tend to get cool. And we have this heater that you can use. Notice that when you do use that heater, you will need to close one of these umbrellas because they obviously can't touch. But if you want to use that heater, same idea, you need to lift this up to open the valve on the gas tank. There's the valve. And once you've opened the valve on the gas tank, you will go here and turn this to pilot. You will not be able to turn it any further. You push it in, which will then, you push this button in, which basically will start the flow of gas. You have to hold it down for a little bit to let the air go out of the pipe and let the gas come through. And while you push that button here down on this setting pilot, there is a starter button down here that you can push in. That basically gives a little spark to start the pilot light. Hold this in for a little bit. You know, there's like a heat element that feels, and once it's warm enough, you will be able to then turn it down to actually have the full flow of gas coming. That's how that works. And there's also the instructions are right written on it. And that is pretty much it for the deck. Nice place to sit. The brush, the little trees here in the back, unfortunately, are shedding. So, but you can, I'll show you later how you can, also you have a little leaf blower that can be used to clean this area up if you ever want to.